This is the voice of Mercurio Morat. That's me you're looking at. And this is Noan, who will be walking us through a bug which demonstrates an opportunity to improve access to the Carrack. The rear elevator of the Carrack lacks collision. This results in an egress which is, well, very effective. As you can see, plenty of space to put a ladder. And here we are. Personally, I prefer ladders to be attached to one of the struts. There we see the housing for the landing gear at the front. As you can see, I'm positioned on the rear of the front foot for the forward landing strut on the Carrack. So that's vertically, directly below the door between the garage and access to the rest of the ship. There's where that door and bulkhead is. Stepping back along this line, we can see the port docking collar. See how the strut extends diagonally up to where the port docking collar passage is. It will be quite plausible to place a stair along the port side that extends down along the port side of the forward strut from the docking collar passage on the port side. All that will be required will be to widen the strut housing on one side. Now the tricky part is we don't know what's in here. We do know what is behind the main elevator because we just walked through that and there's nothing there. There is space to put in a door and a hatch and a ladder. All that has to be done there is to clean up the geometry a little bit along the way, and Bob's your uncle. The advantage of doing it this way is that this strut will always be making contact with the ground, no matter how uneven the ground is. So if you have a ramp extending down here along the strut, then the ramp will always be accessible from the ground, because the strut will always be in contact, forcing an attached ramp to also always be in contact. Now the key here is to place the door at the top of the door or hatch at the top of the ramp as an external door that's locked by default. That way you don't introduce a security issue just by having the gear down. Anyway, that's all for my ship, the Cleona, and see you in the verse.